matchup we have for you. Part of what makes this the best sport in the world, a rivalry game. A time where no matter what the record or the season outlook, a win in this one solves all problems and gets you those valuable bragging rights. Glad to have you with us from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and home to the Air Force Falcons. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Colorado State Rams, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Falcons will boot it away to start the game. He'll return it. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. So the Colorado State Rams offense will go on the attack first. Now, guys, let's not forget, last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
Fires to the tight end. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Upshaw. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Rams can really attack on this second and short. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Guys, let's take a minute and look big picture at Colorado State. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around on that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got him downfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Rams want to move quickly.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Finds his tight end. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. It is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So the Air Force Falcons offense will get the ball for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Falcons are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Tight end now in motion. Give to the running back. That's a fumble on the play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. On the option. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Stuff on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long. This offense just wearing this defense down. 11th play of the drive coming. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kid, nice job.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. After that last completion, it's second down. Off the play fake. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it on the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. To the air on first down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State.
Number 32.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. Offense with jumbo personnel. Looking for a crease. It's Thorne. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's been a great way for the service academies to stay relevant in major college football by having prolific ground games.
Oh, yeah, then those ground games are a pain in everybody's you-know-what. I mean, they drive you nuts, the triple option, because so much discipline. I mean, they're so good at running what they do. They don't do a lot, but they're going to hit you right in the mouth and run the football.
Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. And the Falcons line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. And that'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Falcons are moving quickly down the field. Gets the back moving. Handoff to the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Gonna sling it on second down. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down and run. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide. And the Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. He'll ride his man on the option. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
And you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
Dumps it to the back. It's complete. Turns on the Jets. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. The Falcons started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He'll pitch it. Beck's going for the goal line. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Here's the pressure. He's got the back in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got his man in the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Rams with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Right on the money. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Upshaw. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one, it's 2nd and 11. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. Jukes his way for more. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that...
Touchdown, Rams! A great catch and run for 6.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The give on the inside. Got the first down and more. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. Wants to throw on first down. Dances away. Going to try to get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. And the Falcons in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Release to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Thorne.
As a quarterback, I used to love throwing to running backs that could run great routes. That was a good one there on the angle route. He sold it like he was running to the flat, put his foot in the ground, cut back inside, crossed the defender's face, made it an easy throw, and
there he goes! Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And now on second down for this offense. Rides the back on the option, the give. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds a spot in the middle.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Leaves it with the running back. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Rams will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 39 after a good return on that one. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll go to the fullback, fighting off the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Falcons look to keep this drive humming. They'll power it inside with the fullback. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Falcons have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
First and goal, you know what's coming, they know what's coming, can you stop it? And you can't. Pound the football straight ahead, get in for 6, nice job by the big pen.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Guys will have another peek at this Rams offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Bring in the heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
They'll give it to the back.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
It's complete. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Rams come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Let's go. He wants to throw it again. Got his man. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Rams want to crank the tempo. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Colorado State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Big fullback's got it. Creates a little room. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
The fullback, this takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. On the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense covering it up and... the offense... gets a turnover.
And when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out, and the defense does a really good job playing assignment football, man on a man. I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell, had the running back taken care of too, nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll run it from the gun. Pick up of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger.
Winning the turnover battle is so important, and you got to make these turnovers convert into points. They get the fumble recovery. Yeah, they didn't get a touchdown, but they're still able to get a field goal and put 3 points on that.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. He wants to change this route. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, the ground game. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Falcons with the 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Finds a little space. Turning it on. How about that play on the ground? They get him out of bounds at the 34. The Falcons are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Gibbs.
This is a fullback who can be a weapon in this offense. He can block. You can hand it off to him. He can also catch the ball.
And the Falcons can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, and getting the first down.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Here we go. From the gun, running back gets to give. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
He'll set up to throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. North Carolina is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping in Chapel Hill. They're trailing by 23 to Georgia Tech. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Rams, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Quickly complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Rams come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He gets it so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. They'll try to sneak it.
Enough yardage for Air Force.
The Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. They're working that left side. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's going to take off. At the 40, there he goes. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a 1-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra 1st downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Fullback's got it. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. What a great job to get out of there, pick up the first down, get out of bounds, clock stopped, and now they'll reset. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Let's go. Looking for room. It's Rossi. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Touchdown, Falcons! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And such a great job by the offense, able to execute there and score a touchdown late in this game. You know, you try to simulate that in practice, but you just can't do it. Guys are going to have to step up when it matters the most under the bright lights, and they did it there. 1 point away from taking the lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Slithers into space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The Rams, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just
fires one high and deep. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The give as they work on that clock. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Use the play fake, now to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves them with 3rd and 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Falcons are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He'll keep it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The Falcons will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the 4th quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the...
Touchdown, Air Force! And they add 6 more to the board, but at trip to the house.
That is how... Great job by this offense, and because of the score and the time, you kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a two-point conversion to tie this football game. Great drive by this offense.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air on first down. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time, right? Now it's coming up on third down. You probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the fourth quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. And this defense breaks it open as they return it to the house for 6.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games because there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.